I'm Radhika, and what I'm going to read today is about papyrophobia or the fear of paper. They say that inside every person living in fear is another human being aching to live boldly. This is a story of one such boy, Veer. Veer loved books, Veer loved stories, but most of all, Veer liked to read picture books under his beloved trees. So when Veer was 4, his parents took him on a holiday to a very green place. One morning, his parents woke up to find Veer's bed empty. They ran out into the jungle and soon reached a little clearing. The blood red of Veer's jacket was the first thing they noticed. They also saw a man with his axe poised to strike a tall, luscious tree. As he ran forward to hug Veer, the first strike happened. They stopped in their tracks to see Veer start violently. Then on, Veer went crazy at the sight of paper. They brushed it aside. School could cure him, they said. On his first day at school, they sent Veer back home because he bit the teacher who had made him a paper boat. When mom and dad went to get Veer back, they found him trembling in the shade of the school's banyan tree. Things got worse. Veer went pale. Veer bit the other children. Veer passed out when there was paper around. But whenever they went to get him, they would always find Veer hugging the banyan tree. So mom and dad pulled Veer right out of school, and then, in a home surrounded by coconut palms and ashokas, in a library with bookshelves of sound, Veer found peace. Every Friday afternoon, Veer went to a shrink, but the boy was still too little to understand that love could sometimes fuel fear. Then one fine day, when he was 14, Veer downloaded Message in a Bottle. Tears stung his eyes. What magic in a piece of paper that had traveled the oceans. That was the first time Veer heard a whisper. "You have peace now, Veer," said Jay, "but I want magic." "I want magic too," said Veer. "Then hold my hand, my friend. We'll find a way," said Jay. The next Friday, Veer and Jay went back to the shrink. He had grayed around his temples. "How are you doing today?" "I'm fine," said Veer. "What are my options?" asked Jay. "Just do it," said the shrink. "And remember, your love fuels your fear." They stepped out of the office to calm themselves down under the fiery flame of the gulmohar tree. Veer held Jay's hand and knew there was space for both love and fear in his paperless world. And so began their journey. When Ria passed a note one day after karate class, Veer cringed and fled to the restroom. Jay dug his feet into the ground. But when he stretched his arm to receive the note, Veer and Jay fled to the car. When mom said she wanted to take them to IMAX, Veer went pale. It was no fun having people stare at you as you ran screaming at the slightest rustle. Jay stood his ground. Just once did Veer almost get out, but mom held his hand very, very gently and Jay stayed. Dad wanted to take them out on his new Royal Enfield motorbike. Veer said no. You could never say when a piece of paper could fly against your face on the roads of Madras. Jack clambered on with a racing heart. What were visors and Dad's broad back for? Ria passed a note again. Veer stared at the paper in her hands. But wait, it looked different. Light green with little bits of fiber. Jay stretched his arm. "You moron," said Veer. Jay took it, Jay unfolded it, and Jay ran his fingers over it and read it. "Come over to my place tomorrow. I'd like us to watch Ghostbusters together," said the note. The letters danced. As they laughed together the next day, Jay asked Ria, "Just how much do you know about me?" She said, "Just enough to know that you hate paper made from trees." Today, in a little office under a giant banyan tree, Jay and Ria run Poopyrus Labs. They make paper out of elephant poop. The folks at Poopyrus Labs wonder why Jay goes pale when they bring in the newspaper. They also wonder at the quotation at the entrance to his office. It said, "To let magic into your life, you need to be ready for some shit." Veer, born 1975, died 1991. Thank you.